Thank you for joining us. Elko Live today features our guest from the Elko Area Chamber of Commerce. It's time for our monthly update from the Voice of Business. That is Katie Ashley today. Katie is joining us as the boss Billy, CEO, and Megan and Katie Bauckham are all hard at work on various projects today. We're so happy to have you, Katie, as Membership Support Coordinator. Welcome to Elko Live.
Thank you, Lori. I'm very excited to be here.
Well, thanks. We always love visiting with any of the staff from our Elko Area Chamber, and you have a lot of great news for us. First of all, I'm sure we can kind of recap the home show. What an incredible turnout yet again.
Yes, it was my 5th home show, and of course it was our 46th annual home show, and it just felt so busy the whole time. All of our vendors were so happy. We had over 90 vendors. We just enjoyed Mother's Day weekend so much doing that event and putting that on for the community. And we had a very, very good time.
That's wonderful. A variety of businesses, some new businesses that joined. And it's a great way to really kick off the season. I mean, that's what most people look forward to. It's kind of the sure sign of spring. And spring weather was pretty typical here in the Great Basin for the home show. But we are off and running, always looking forward to the next event. The Elko Area Chamber, again, the voice of area business. And the majority of businesses, and let me guess, is it over 700, Katie?
We have over 700 members, so I have been very busy. We all have. But yeah, it's been really good. Yeah. We've been so happy that people want to just participate and, be a part of this community and the chamber.
And that is exactly what chamber membership affords you, is all that important networking, the connections that you get, the services that we're going to talk about today with Katie Ashley as being an Elko Area Chamber member, more than 700 strong. And you recruited something like 14 new businesses last month?
Yes, last month was 14. The month before that was 10. I'm just trucking along. This month it's looking like it's going to be another good one.
Wow. So. And the significance of new business, Katie, is that really indicates a healthy local economy and opportunity.
Yes, it absolutely does. And we're very happy to be able to provide those businesses and the community with just support and, we say we're the business behind your business. We just want to be your backbone and help you succeed.
And being the membership coordinator for all of those businesses and then retaining the other 700 or so that the Elko Area Chamber has, there's also this service area, so it's not just Elko City proper.
No, so we do... Since we are the Elko Area Chamber, we are Elko, Spring Creek, Carlin, and Lamoille. And I've recently started reaching out to Wells as well. I know that they do have their own chamber there as well, but just to get more information out there to everyone traveling on I-80 or everyone in the community.
That's great. And the Elko Area Chamber, again, has a far reach, and there are several different opportunities for locals to volunteer, to be ambassadors. Well, we'll dive right in, though, with what's topping your list, Katie.
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, we have events that are coming up. We stay busy. So our business after hours is tonight at 5:30. That's going to be hosted by CC Communications this month, but we will be located at Ogie Deli over on Commercial. So it's going to be a good time. There's going to be wonderful drinks, wonderful food, and of course, giveaways.
Lots of prizes. So if you have those old-fashioned things called business cards, or you just want to bump phones or whatever it is that you do, you can get signed up and win some amazing prizes. And such a great, welcoming, friendly staff there at Ogie Deli, and they're located on Commercial Street, right?
Yes. Yeah. I want to say 400 Commercial Street, but that's off the top of my head.
You were right. 460 Commercial Street. Ding, ding, ding. You win. So CC Communications is hosting, but the event is going to be at Ogie Deli, 5:30 to 7, and you don't have to be a chamber member. It's a perfect mixer. Come as you are, just come after work and get to know some really fantastic business and civic leaders in the community.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is free and open to the public. And if you're not a chamber member and you want to attend, I'm happy to talk to you.
That's great. We'll look for Katie there. And what else is on your list? I want to make sure we get to all your topics today.
Yes, we have a lot. So, of course, we do our monthly Lunch and Learn series. So the next one for May will be May 29th. That's going to be at 12 o'clock noon upstairs at the Sherman Station, 1405 Idaho Street. And this month, we're going to be talking about customer service.
That's really important because some people are new to customer service if they're not used to customer service, for example, but there are some great helpful tips. And if you're looking to work in retail or any, I guess, forward-facing business where you're the front person, you'll get some good information.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's valuable regardless of what, necessarily type of business you're in. If you're business to business or business to consumer, I feel like customer service is important because you're just dealing with people.
Yes, and how to make them feel comfortable, how to overcome any sort of challenges. Sometimes people just are having a bad day, and you can make the big difference for them.
Absolutely. Everyone matters. We got to treat everyone with respect and compassion and just equally.
So that's Lunch and Learn May 29th, and the focus will be customer service. You can come as you are, again, as we talked about. The chamber's not formal that way, and you can bring your own lunch.
Yes, absolutely. Free and open to the public. Please join us, bring a lunch, and just learn about what we're going to be talking about. And then, of course, just to get this out there. These Lunch and Learns, our networking events and our annual events, we do video those and put them on our YouTube channel at Elko Area Chamber. If you do happen to miss it and just want to catch some highlights or see what we talked about.
I definitely wanted to mention that YouTube channel, Katie. You're doing a fantastic job. You're hosting business segments, new businesses, existing businesses. It might be based on entertainment or a legacy business. So these are really fantastic resources for the community.
Absolutely. I think one of my main focus is just letting businesses share their stories because everyone has a story and I love hearing about it and just getting that out there to our community so that we know what's happening.
Yep. And that's the YouTube channel. You can find that easily on the YouTube app. And hey, if you don't know how to download the app or get with the chamber because that's among the services you offer, right, Katie?
I would be happy to do that. Absolutely. We do have a wide range of services, membership benefits that we have, but helping people just fills my heart. So I'm happy to help however I can.
That's nice. Sometimes it's the technology that you need to overcome. Sometimes it's helping design a flyer. There's free graphic design. There's a web page and domain names, opportunities to sponsor events, ribbon cuttings, chamber checks. The list is huge. I think I just mentioned 5 out of 25 things.
Yes, it can become a mouthful, but if anyone has any questions on membership benefits or what the chamber can do for you, please get with us. Any of us are happy to talk you through it, and I'm extremely happy to sit down and walk you through it.
And we should note, too, that sometimes nonprofits or religious organizations, they think, well, we can't really afford a chamber membership. But boy, you have a great deal for those groups.
Yes, we do. We do have nonprofit rates for our nonprofit members. We also are tiered so that some of our small businesses who can't necessarily afford high costs can get into and start accessing our benefits as well. And then all kinds of good stuff and things we can do for you. So
yeah, you can break it down to monthly payments too, which I understand is very helpful for a lot of small businesses just managing things. So
yeah, I'm happy to work with people on payment plans because I get it. Life happens and owning and running and starting a business is expensive.
Yeah. And here in Elko, we want to make sure that you have all the tools and the networking that you need. Talking with Katie Ashley, the Membership Services Coordinator. What else is on your list?
So I'm sure you've heard, but the DBA dissolved at the end of 2024. So some of those, events that the DBA put on that we felt were just real vital to our downtown and to the community and just fun. The chamber took over. So we have rebranded the wine walks. They will be the Sippin' Saturdays now. And our first one is coming up June 14th. We're very excited about it. We are going to be doing the Island Breeze Cocktail Walk for our first Sippin' Saturday. We will be starting at 4 p.m. at Ruby's, and that's where you can come in and get your glass and everything. But Dew Tide, a local band, will be playing live music inside Ruby's during that time as well. So we're trying to make it just a little bit, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, maybe bigger. We just want to revamp it and, make it our own. So we're adding some live music. We're going to have some activities downtown. We're working on getting axe throwing and some other things down there for that. We're going to have food trucks down there available as well. So it'll be a fun time.
And of course, the group that you just mentioned, Dew Tide, I saw them on your YouTube channel, that interview that you did. That was really fun. So I see what you're talking about, though. You're creating more of an atmosphere, an environment for the Sippin' Saturday, so people can linger at those businesses. It's not just a stop, to grab a beverage and continue along the way, but there'll be opportunities. And I understand some pop-up businesses downtown too, Katie, right?
Yes. So because we have a lot of chamber members that aren't necessarily located in the downtown area, some of our downtown members have kindly opened up their lots, parking lots, areas where we can place other businesses that want to participate. So we have a couple hydration stations that will be down there. So, get some water, get something to hydrate with as you're on your way through the walk, and different things for people to just get more involved.
It'll be a neat chance, too, to find out about some of those cool downtown improvements. I mean, they're going to be ripping up the joint for the sidewalk renovation, but Katie, that is going to be an amazing project. They're redoing infrastructure. We're going to have some new art downtown Elko. That's on the way, too.
Yeah, I think it'll be great just for downtown and just for this community to, we get outside, we get into some of these businesses. You don't know what you don't know, and just chat with them and see what they can provide. So those walks, that first walk at least, will be June 14th, starting at 4 p.m. at Ruby's. You must be 21 or older to participate. It is an alcohol event, so please make sure you do that. And the tickets will be $30 a piece.
That's great for the entire event. That is Sippin' Saturday on June 14th. And we are talking with Katie Ashley, and Katie is the Membership Services Coordinator for the Elko Area Chamber of Commerce. That just kicks off the season of Sippin' Saturdays. They go right into the fall, don't they?
Yes, they do. We will have 4 this year, so we're very excited to roll those out as we get closer to them as well.
Another beloved event that was started by the DBA and will be retained by the Elko Area Chamber is Ghost Tours.
Yes, which is very exciting. I am super pumped. I've actually only ever helped serve wine at the Ghost Tours before. I helped out Billy at one stop while I could, but I'm very excited for this event.
Yeah, this is great. It combines local history, a little, some legend, maybe some mythology, local lore with a location. Some of our favorite local actors have been involved in recreating these stories that are ripped from the history pages. Jan Peterson, our local historian, I know she's excited to continue doing that, Katie, because that's been a love of hers. And you never know where that story is going to be cited downtown Elko. It was really cool last year. I think we went to the Silver Dollar. That was among the locations. Ruby's was also a location. It was really neat.
Yeah, I'm just, these events that the DBA did, I feel like they're so heartfelt to this community, and people have grown to know and love them so much. I'm just so happy that we get to continue on with them and see how we can, make it our own, but keep that at its core what it was.
Mm-hmm. And that'll wrap up the year with our head into the end of the year, which is the Snowflake Festival, right?
Yes, and we have lots of ideas for that. We're very excited. We do love our community, family-friendly events, and the Snowflake Festival and the Parade of Lights are always something that this community just comes together for, and we are so excited to be a part of that this year.
Thanks, Katie, for the update. That's, of course, what's going to be happening in the downtown district beginning June 14th and right throughout the summer. And in the meantime, you've got stuff going on elsewhere. I know the beer festival is also coming up. That's another chamber event.
Yes, 15th annual beer festival on June 27th, which we are so excited about our 15th annual. We have a lot of great things coming for it. We've decided to change it up a little bit for 15 years. We will, of course, have over 70 beers to sample. We will also have live music by Dew Tide and also Muddy Boots and the Porch Pounders,
Fun.
which will be so fun. And then our cornhole tournament this year has a little twist to it. It's actually going to be sponsored by Twisted Tea, which is so very exciting.
Yeah, that's a big sponsor.
Yes, it is. We are so excited for that. And they have a lot of great ideas and some neat prizes. So anyone who is interested in that cornhole tournament better get signed up because that will be a blast.
Save the date. That's on June 27th at the Sherman Station. And that's the other thing. You transform that parking lot. It's beautiful. And then we've got all the grass in the city park. It's really nice.
Yes, we transformed the parking lot for that. And of course, we have so many wonderful chamber member volunteers who get their business name out there and the word out there about their upcoming things by pouring our beverages for us, which we appreciate so much. And then, of course, we also do a ton of giveaways. And this year, we will actually have the chance to win $1,500 in chamber checks.
Wow, that is a shopping spree for sure. Chamber checks, that is such an indicator of the health of our community as well. Millions and millions of dollars has been retained in the community through the success of this program.
Yes, we started the Chamber Check program in 2002, and we have kept over $14 million local, and we're just continuing to grow that. And, you know, we always have new businesses who are willing to accept them, and over 100 businesses that do currently accept them. So we have a map and a list of businesses on our website, elkonevada.com. So check that out. If you have chamber checks, we'd love to get that money here in our local economy.
And if you want to purchase chamber checks, it's dollar for dollar. There's no fee, and then there's no fee to redeem them, nor do the businesses, have to pay a fee on top of that. It's just a way to capture the local shopping dollar, and a lot of big businesses like Nevada Gold Mines take advantage of that.
Absolutely. A lot of businesses, big and small, Nevada Gold Mines is one of the big ones, do purchase quite a bit of chamber checks throughout the year, whether that's safety awards, bonuses, attaboys, it's just a great opportunity. And then, of course, we give away chamber checks. We do some shop local campaigns throughout the year. We have our Shop and Win promotion that starts after Thanksgiving. We just try to give out as many as we can just to keep that money local. And then, of course, at our events, Business After Hours, we try to give some away too.
Yep, and that means you can redeem them at any of the 100 businesses that Katie was describing. And those businesses, it's not just about purchasing things, they could be for services too. So.
Absolutely. We do have quite a few places that do service and they accept chamber checks. So definitely check out that list because that's going to be where you can find out all of the information on that.
That's right. elkonevada.com. That is one of the most visited websites, obviously, along with your collaborators at the Elko Convention Center. They're exploreelko.com. What else is on your list, Katie?
So, of course, we are gearing up for Sherman Dinner, our annual Sherman Dinner and Auction, which will be July 26th. We are so excited about that just because it is our big fundraiser to just keep upkeep and restoration and repairs going on the historic Sherman Station and our outbuildings. We're so happy to have that building available to us and get to work out of that gorgeous log cabin. So we are gearing up for that. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Nevada Gold Mines. They are currently at the chamber doing in-kind work on some repairs that we needed right now, which is huge for us. And then also King Blasting is prepping the buildings for oiling and staining to get ready for the summer. So that is, our our Sherman Dinner and Auction funds going to good work. And we are so excited to keep those buildings, one, pretty for the summer, but two, able for us to be in them.
That's right. Log buildings. Those are hand-hewn logs that were dragged down with teams of horses from the Ruby Mountains. I don't remember the year, but clearly over 100 years ago. And the Sherman Station was relocated. There's a beautiful Sherman Station, which was the home of the Walter family, the 2-story log building, and then the complex. There's a stable, and then the little schoolhouse and a creamery. It's just an adorable backdrop and a great Elko visitor center.
Absolutely. Having that history there, Sherman Station was finished being built in 1903. So it has been a long time. And then those outbuildings that you were mentioning were finished in the late 1880s. So tons of history, so cool to see and be a part of. And then we love having people come in and comment about how beautiful it is, but it is hard upkeep. So we do appreciate that fundraiser.
Yeah, it's expensive to maintain log buildings and to keep birds from nesting because it's so attractive. It looks like a bunch of giant trees, right? So So do support the Sherman Station, the Sherman Dinner, which is in July. And if your business is interested in like sponsoring, it's probably a good time to get in touch, right? To find out how you can help.
Absolutely. Any of our events, if you're interested in sponsoring or participating in any way, we would love to chat with you and talk to you about that. And then, of course, for Sherman Dinner, we do have the individual tickets available for sale, but we also can do tables. So tables of 8 or tables of 10. So if those businesses do want to participate in a little bit different of a way, we can do that as well.
All right, Katie, we'll send them your way. Of course, the Elko Area Chamber, located right there on Idaho Street with the historic log buildings, the complex, just a little stroll from your neighbors at the Northeastern Nevada Museum. Beautiful location there in the city park. So have we gotten to most of the topics for you?
That's for us. I do have some community topics that I wanted to talk about if we still have time.
We have plenty of time, Katie, and we're always happy because that's what our chamber does. You don't even have to be a chamber member to benefit because the chamber cares about all of our nonprofits and all the wonderful community happenings that we have. You try to keep events from colliding by encouraging people, call the chamber if you're going to set up a new event or you have an activity, and they can check the calendar.
Absolutely. Happy to check the calendar for that. We want to make events as, beneficial as possible, especially those fundraisers that are happening. So we don't want things colliding.
Yes. So tell us what you've got on your list.
So I will say tomorrow will be the first Food Truck Friday of the year. That's going to start at 11 a.m. at the Hub in Spring Creek. It'll go till 8, and they will have live music from 5 to 8 tomorrow night. So be sure to check that out.
That's great. Now, Spring Creek, I don't know the address. I don't know if you know the address, but locals know the address.
Yeah, I don't know the address to the Hub. I just know that it is there on, was that Spring
Parkway?
Spring Creek Parkway, Spring Valley Parkway.
Okay.
And it's right there by the Shell, Little Corey's, or Little Ridley's now, there.
Right there by the Little Ridley's. That will help us all to find it. So the locals know. I mean, here we are in Elko, and Spring Creek, you have an awesome Food Truck Friday, by the way. Everybody's going to be there for that tomorrow.
Absolutely. I know where I want to have lunch.
Yeah, definitely. So starting at 11, take advantage of that. And then I know that GBC commencement is on Saturday. That'll be at 9. It'll be on the college campus. So they have a couple hundred graduates, over 600 total, 697 degrees going out to 618 graduates throughout from Elko, Winnemucca, Ely, and Pahrump. GBC ceremony is at 9 tomorrow. And we've got our fingers crossed, or 9 Saturday morning. I'm sorry if I said tomorrow. 9 Saturday morning. We're hoping for good weather.
Yes, absolutely. And that is amazing. So congratulations to GBC for having that many graduates this year.
And then back to your list.
So Nevada Outdoor School, they have their 5th annual Fire and Ice Golf Scramble coming up this Saturday. It'll be at 9 a.m. at the Spring Creek Golf Course, and that's going to be sponsored by Orla Mining, which is very exciting.
Nice. And Nevada Outdoor School needs all of our support. We love our Nevada Outdoor School. They're amazing collaborators with the California Trail Center, Katie, and they've lost some of their funding. So that means it's time for the community to step up.
Absolutely. And, their mission is to get kids outdoors, get families outdoors, and to just explore outside and enjoy learning outside. And most of their programs are completely free to the public. So it is huge to support those events.
Yes, they teach those who recreate on public lands too how to be good stewards, because not everybody knows, right? So safety, stewardship, those are among the main missions of Nevada Outdoor School. Very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Great Basin College. They are gearing up for their first Beats and Bites of the year, which will be next Thursday, May 22nd at 5 p.m. And that's going to be on the back side of the campus on Chilton Circle.
That is such a fun event. They've expanded it this year, Katie, because they just had so many people. They have food trucks that line Chilton Circle. They have kids that are running and playing in the grass. The grown-ups can sit and visit. And they also have live music, too. So it's just a little different event than Sippin' Saturdays. It's nice because they're on different days, obviously, and they're entirely different events. One is in the downtown area, and this one's on the college campus. And yeah.
Yeah, and it's great to get people on the college campus. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful campus. And I think just getting folks there and having the community see everything that they're doing for the community is huge.
Yeah, they are making some changes too with Dr. Amber Dinelli, the president of GBC, and we're all rooting for her to become our permanent president. They can just take that interim title away. So great. Anything else on your list today?
Yes, of course. We have things coming up in June. June 5th and 6th will be the annual Mine Expo that the Convention Center is gearing up for currently, which is huge. We're very excited to have all of the visitors from out of town coming for that. And of course, our local community to be participating and checking that out. So very excited. And then of course, Boys and Girls Club is doing Country Under the Stars in correlation with that on June 5th. And that's going to be, they have Nate Smith coming, which I'm very excited to see.
Oh, that'll be a wonderful time. It's going to be a summer of concerts too. Have you noticed there are a lot of really cool concerts coming to right here in Elko?
Yes, I think it's huge to see how much this community is growing, this place that I grew up and love, and just see us continue to grow and thrive and change, because change is good, even if it's a little different.
Yeah, even if it's a little different, but we like to make our own fun, which is nice. Again, we welcome all the nonprofits and all the business leaders, all the civic leaders. I know that Elko Rotary would love if I would mention they're in the planning stages now for the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah, I'm super excited for the Renaissance Fair, and they actually moved it this year out of Lions Camp with the Lions Club breaking ground on their new kitchen facility. The Renaissance Fair will actually be in Lamoille Grove this year, so a little bit different.
It's going to be September 6th and 7th, as Katie said. It's in Lamoille Grove. It's a festival of merriment and magic presented by the Rotary Club of Elko, and they're just looking for people to participate. Vendors, sponsors. They're going to feature medieval revelry, live performance, food, games, and artisan treasures from knights and nobles to minstrels and merchants. It's a family-friendly festival.
Yes, it is. My son loves to attend, so we will be out there.
Yep, so bring your plastic swords and have a great time. Planning meetings, by the way, are the third Wednesday of each month at Elko Rotary. They meet Wednesdays from noon to 1 at the Elko Senior Center. And they're also gearing up for the Ruby Roubaix, which is the gravel fondo. This is a huge bike event, and they have bicyclists coming from around the world, I guess, for this one.
Yeah, it's huge. And I know that they have multiple lengths of their Ruby Roubaix so that you're not all just doing the 100+ mile bike ride. There are some shorter ones for some of us that maybe can't make that.
That's right. We'll just kind of tootle around the block and look good while we're doing it. Yeah, it's Ruby Roubaix. It's RUBYROUBAIX.com. That's French, Ruby Roubaix. So if you're wondering, where did they come up with that name? So it's a bicycling term, if I remember Dr. Dinwiddie's interview with us about that topic not too long ago. It's the 2025 event, and the date has been set for June 28th. So you still have some time to get in shape if you want to do a short or a long route.
Absolutely. And, come down to Beer Festival June 27th and then go get up in the morning and ride a bike.
That's right. Beer has carbohydrates, right?
I think so.
I think so too. Katie, I really enjoy visiting with you as always. Thank you for all the hard work you do on behalf of the Chamber and our business community. We really appreciate you and the staff at the Chamber.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to be here and just get out and do things like this and see your face.
Oh, thanks. Elko Area Chamber, located there in the historic Sherman Station on Idaho Street, elkonevada.com, 775-738-7135. They are the official Elko Visitor Center. So if you're relocating, inviting someone to come to town, want to have a business event, of course, they will connect you with their wonderful partners over there at the Convention Center. Annette Kerr is going to be on from the ECBA on next Tuesday's show on the 20th. So we'll get a rundown on all the Explore Elko events too. Thanks, Katie.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, listeners, for joining us today for Elko Live here on KELK.